Sai Ram. Let us conduct a thought experiment where we go back beyond the womb of our mother into the womb of time itself, when we are given the choice to decide what will be the circumstances of our birth on earth. Whether our birth on earth will be in the United States of America or in India. Which place would we choose to be born? What kind of family we would choose to be born in? What time period would we choose to be born in? With what powers, with what strengths, with what wealth would we choose to be born in? Kindly go ahead, pause this video, think about it, make it as notes on a piece of paper or in your diary. Take as much time as you want. You know, this is something we can do only in our thought and on our notepads, because only God can do this, right? Go back in time and choose circumstances of birth. Yet, when God chose the circumstances of his birth on earth, he chose to be born in the most nondescript village, a village that was described as being a stone's throw from Stone Age. He was born into a very common family which did not wield any influence. He was born at a time between the world wars when there was so much struggle and strife in the world. He did not come with a huge muscular body, and if we look at the different parameters, standard parameters for beauty and handsomeness, he did not tick any of those check boxes. And yet, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba is the most beautiful, most graceful, most powerful, most awesome, most wonderful, most divine being this universe has ever known. How? And why did he make these kind of choices? Swami made the choices that he made to teach us a very important lesson. That the source of all power, the source of all strength does not lie in the time, circumstances, place, the money that we hold, the power that we wield, none of these. It lies in a secret that he made public in a most magnificent Leela. It is about that Leela that this video will describe. In the 1970s and 1980s, Swami would make sudden unexpected visits to the students' hostel, college, school, the grounds, wherever these students would be. And when he did that, it was a time of great rejoicing for all the students. Who does not like the pleasant surprise? And this was the most pleasant among all surprises, to have God come to you. It was one such occasion when Swami visited the boys who were exercising and building up their muscles in a primitive gymnasium that existed near the college grounds. There were some parallel bars, vertical bars, and different equipment fixed in the ground on which the students would exercise and try to build their bodies. And in drove Swami's car. The door opened and Swami stepped out, and all the boys jumped off the equipment and stopped whatever they're doing and stood in a row, prostrating, folding their hands in namaskar. Swami walks up to them and asks what they're doing, and all of them are standing in postures that make it evident to Swami. Their bulging muscles, and Swami notices it, and Swami says, "Wow, wonderful, you've got such wonderful muscles." And they say, "Yes, Swami, all your grace." This statement, "all your grace, Swami," as students, many times we would make it unconsciously, just as an instinctive response. "Oh, all Swami's grace. Oh, it's all because of Swami's love." Many times we would not even mean it. In the heart, we'll be thinking that I'm the one who has done all the effort. I'm handsome, I'm magnificent, I'm powerful, or I'm very intellectual, I'm very good, I'm very skilled. But Swami will feel happy if we give Swami the credit, and so Swami, "Yes, your grace, Swami." It requires a great amount of surrender and constant integrated awareness to acknowledge and accept everything as Swami's grace in our life. In fact, doing that in itself is a great sadhana. So the boy said, "Yes, Swami, it's all your grace." Swami said, okay. And then Swami said, is anyone ready to do arm wrestling with me? Panja? Wow, why not? This is a great opportunity to do anything with Swami. And so all the boys got ready and they said, yes, Swami, why not? The boys were sure that Swami would be no match to them. They are also muscular, strong biceps, strong triceps. They have been exercising, such strong forearms they have. And Swami, look at him. So puny, so delicate. Shiva Shakti, he has got both the male and feminine aspect. So yeah, he's so delicate. But then it's a chance to hold the divine hand. Who will let go of it? Yes. So one boy sat and other boys lined up behind him because everyone wanted to arm wrestle with Swami. And Swami said, okay, yeah, all can arm wrestle with me. And then the arm wrestling match began. The boy decided that he would not use his strength to put Swami's hand down because he didn't want the match to get over soon, right? He wanted to hold Swami's hand for a long time. And so he was the most muscular among all the other boys there, and the wrestling match began. And a minute passed, a minute and a half, and it's a stalemate. Neither is the boy's hand going down nor is Swami's hand going down, and all the other boys there understood what this boy was doing. He is just delaying so that he can hold on to Swami's hand fast. But then they would lose their chance to hold Swami's hand. So they tried to whisper to him, come on, finish it fast, right? So that we also get our chance. But then the boy says, I'm not able to. They notice that he has started to sweat. He is putting in all his strength. Swami's hand is not budging at all. Oh, is that the case? At this time, Swami looks at the other boy and says, do you want to arm wrestle? Come, join in. So, instead of arm wrestling each boy separately, now both the boys are arm wrestling with Swami. And then, even now they are not able to budge it by an inch. Swami looks at the third boy and says, come on, join in. Join in, and the whole group is arm wrestling Swami. They thought that Swami would be no match at all because he's so puny, delicate, fragile. And yet they're not able to budge his hand, and once all the boys are trying to push, in one go, Swami puts their hand down. And along with the hand, down comes their head in shame because Swami is asking, didn't have breakfast? No strength? Swami cheated. In all their minds, that is the thing. Swami, you cheated. You used divine power. It reminds me of that beautiful episode where Bhima is going in search of a flower and he comes across a monkey on his path. And he is so vain and arrogant about his strength. At that point in time, not a generalization. Bhima is the most humble and a wonderful devotee of the Lord. But at that point in time, he just thought, who is this monkey disturbing my path? Get out of the way. He did not know that it is Hanuman. And he tells the monkey to go out of his way, and the monkey says, I'm so weak and feeble. Can you kindly brush away my tail and then proceed on your way? And Bhima just tries to knock the tail off. The tail doesn't move. He tries to lift it with his left hand, it doesn't. With right hand, it doesn't. Then with both hands, the tail isn't budging. Then he realizes it is Hanuman. And well, without going into the details of that story, that kind of realization came on the boys too. They said, Arey, that was Hanuman. This is the Lord of Hanuman. This is Sai Rama, Sai Krishna. Swami asked them, what is the reason for your downcast face? And they said, Swami, because you use divine power against us. Dear brothers and sisters, at this point in time came the revelation. Swami said, this is not divine power. Do we think that Swami needs to use divine power to win an arm wrestling match? With the divine power, Lord Krishna lifted the Govardhan Giri. With the divine power as Varahamurti, Lord Vishnu lifted the whole earth. What is arm wrestling with human beings? Swami said, this is the power of purity. If you also lead lives of purity, you will have the strength. Giving them that advice, Swami sat back in the car and left. Dear brothers and sisters, the ultimate source of all strength is purity. And that is a message that has come to us from the avatar, from Bhagawan, from Swami. What is this purity? The year 1996 is very special in the Sathya Sai avatar because that year Swami delivered, if I am not mistaken, more than 80 to 90 discourses in a single year. Just imagine that. And in that year, on the 2nd of September 1996, Swami in his discourse directly says, "Dear students, I am not speaking here to win your appreciation. I don't care whether you appreciate me or not. I am here to tell you the truth. It is my duty to let you know the truth, and it is your duty to follow the truth. In order to do that, you must have purity." And in that discourse, Swami explained what purity is. Swami said purity is of 4 kinds: Bhu Shubhrata, Deha Shubhrata, Bhava Shubhrata, and Atma Shubhrata. Deha Shubhrata, bodily cleanliness. We understand this very well. Having a bath daily, dressing immaculately, dressing properly. It's not about wearing expensive clothes, but about having clean clothes. Simple, yet clean. The second is Bhu Shubhrata, or the cleanliness of the surroundings. That is why it is said, cleanliness is next to godliness. The place where we sleep, the place where we sit, the place where we live, the place where we do our action, every place that is associated with the body also needs to be clean. The third is Bhava Shubhrata. Swami said this is purity of feeling, where we keep ourselves free of the 6 kinds of dirt. What are the 6 kinds of dirt that pollute our feelings? Kama, desire; Krodha, anger; Lobha, greed; Moha, infatuation or attachment; Mada, pride; Matsarya, jealousy and envy. Keeping ourselves clean of all these 6, that is Bhava Shubhrata. And finally, Swami says Atma Shubhrata. Atma Shubhrata is absolute selflessness, where I am able to see the same divine in everyone. When there is the same divinity pervading everyone, how can I be selfish? How can I give importance to myself over others? Because others are me, I am others. Everyone is same, the same divine. And when we achieve this purity, Swami says, you will achieve the greatest strengths in the universe. This show that Swami did with arm wrestling is just a minute, small example of that strength. Of course, once we achieve Atma Shubhrata, that is the ultimate purity that we have to achieve. The other 3 will not matter, because automatically Bhava Shubhrata will be there. And then, since we have gone beyond the body, the Deha Shubhrata and Bhu Shubhrata will not matter. And yet, dear brothers and sisters, if we observe our beloved Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, he followed all, because in this avatar he said, my life is my message. So follow the words that I speak, follow my life in itself, even if you don't want to follow my words. Because whatever I say, I do. Whatever I do, I am that. Dear brothers and sisters, let us start putting in our efforts. Let us start with Deha Shubhrata, bodily cleanliness. Let us then go to Bhu Shubhrata, keeping our surroundings clean. Then move to Bhava Shubhrata. It gets tougher at each stage, but when we achieve it, we win greater strength, greater power. Ultimately, we will notice in our own life that as we practice this purity more and more, greater and greater powers get conferred upon us. We will start working miracles, and then we will realize that me and Swami are one and the same. That is the ultimate message of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Dear Swami, I pray to you that the love that I have in my heart keeps growing stronger and stronger every passing moment, till that time when I realize that me and Swami are one and the same. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.